Bud Light distributor no longer expects sales to recover from the Dylan Mulvaney disaster. Yes, you heard that correct. Ladies and gentlemen, it is official. Bud Light is officially over. Then we have right here CNBC, very reputable, very legit. Heineken, competitor of Bud Light, Heineken CEO on Bud Light's campaign fallout, and the Heineken CEO said, quote, "You need to stand for your values." I personally agree. As you can see right here, key points, Heineken CEO said you can't try to appease polarizing in society just because there's a small minority. You have to know your core value and your actual consumers, the people that have been loyal to your brand. You cannot turn your back on them and start advertising and changing your brand image. He said right here, quote, "You have to be thoughtful. You have to be balanced. And at the same time, you need to stand for your values and your principle." Because if you weren't aware, the majority reason that Bud Light is falling 40 to 50% on their stock is because their actual consumer base was males aged 18 to 45, blue collar, manual labor, and their actual, core values used to align. They used to be, the hardworking Americans, beer. That's why they're the number one selling beer, by far. But now, not only did they lose that spot, as you can see right here, Bud Light's latest plunge is so bad that experts are now expecting shocking August results. And in 1 week, sales dropped nearly 27% last month. And again, it's going to happen a lot sooner than anyone's ever thought for before. The New York Post, breaking news, and Modelo Especial is now actually just officially surpassed Bud Light and is officially the number one best-selling beer in America. What do you think about this? Do you agree with Heineken? As you can see, the Heineken stock is going up, but the most actual important thing is what the Heineken CEO said. You have to actually know who your consumer base is, and you have to have core values and principles, and you have to stand on them. You cannot try to, appease to a silent majority, or should I say a very vocal minority, because that is not the majority. Your actual consumer base, you must be in sync. You have to know who your actual consumer is, who you actually are marketing to, what do you stand for as a company. One example would be Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank, almost a billionaire. In my last video, Kevin O'Leary predicted Bud Light bankruptcy. He said this literally months ago, and he was correct. Alcohol, more specifically beer, it's a commodity. There's a lot of actual alcohol brands, and the only real difference, is the actual marketing. Pretty much the quality is pretty much the same. Some people have, opinions. Some people think, according to their taste, that one might taste, better or significant than the other, but the core thing is marketing and your brand. You have to know who you're marketing to. You have to know what your core message and values are, and you cannot deviate that. The reason that Bud Light took a huge, almost 40% drop and actually dropped one place in the top selling, alcohol beer brand, should I say, to Modelo, the reason now they're second place and Modelo is number one best-selling beer is because they completely did a 180. They completely switched up on their consumers and their customers, and quite frankly, threw them down the hill. They said, forget you. You've been actually supporting us, and you are the reason the consumers, the people are purchasing, they are choosing to actually financially support you, Bud Light, and that's the reason that you were the number one best-selling beer in America. But since you decided to turn your back on your loyal consumers for all these years, the ones that are financially, working to support you, purchasing your product, because you actually, just threw them down a bus, actually, you kind of just, threw them in front of a bus, you actually changed up completely, and you said, we are no longer interested, completely turn your back on them. Other brands see this, Modelo Especial and Heineken, and their CEO is saying, listen, we know about what you're going through. Your manual labor, 9 to 5, middle class family, blue collar. And the Heineken CEO said, listen, all these 9 to 5 hardworking manual labor, blue collar, middle class Americans, listen, we actually share very similar beliefs. We actually have the same principles, and we actually have the same values, core values, conservatism. Choose to go with us instead. Comment below, do you agree or disagree with the Heineken CEO? Do you think it's actually, a huge shocker that Modelo, for the first time in 40 years, surpassed and dethroned, and the actual, experts in alcohol industry are saying next month, August, will be even worse. Bud Light distributors no longer expect sales to recover from the incident. They no longer have, courage or a belief in Bud Light. In my personal opinion, shares are down almost 40%. Alcohol brand, it's pretty much the same things. Yes, they taste different, but taste is subjective. It is an opinion. The main thing is your message, your core branding, and what you stand for and your values. And when you completely do a 180 and completely switch up and change and just turn your back on your consumers, your customers, the people that are actually the core reason for you having this, long-term 40-year success, that is absolutely unacceptable. Comment below, hit that like button if you agree. Ladies and gentlemen, they are censoring me on YouTube. Please let your voices be heard. Please leave a comment, any comment, question, or concern. I genuinely appreciate every single like, every single comment. I do not delete comments. I don't censor anyone. A lot of people have been saying, why is my comment getting deleted? That is YouTube themselves. Please hit that like button. When this video hits 100 likes, I'm gonna give away $100. I'm gonna give $25 to 4 people. Please do me a huge favor, hit that like button, leave a comment, let your voices be heard. Let's stop censorship. Like I said, daily videos, my goal is to educate, entertain, and inform. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Please hit that like, and without further ado, thank you so much for your time and your support. With that being said, I'll see you tomorrow.